still can't cut you, right? That was your rule, wasn't it?
Hold the freaking phone! Our first reunion in 40 years and all you want to do is cut me?
Says the shrewd minx who has a barrier posted up.
Excuse me?
Hmm?
Huh? Would you be the same person who caught Andy 50 years ago? Hmm? Did you say Andy? Oh. Yeah, I caught Daddy Dearest and supervised him throughout his captivity. But how? You look like you're more or less the same age as I am. Oh, you stop that, little Lucky! What a big flatterer you are! What a sweetie! Yeah!
You can't be serious. You were 16 when you caught me, which means you're 66 now.
Did you say 66?
Gotta say that anti-aging tech really works
Andy, you okay? What's wrong? You can't be serious, Daddy Dearest. Remember, I'm 16 and will remain so forever. Never talk to me like that again. Wow, so cool! Now that's what I call a death mask! Yeah! Like, oh my gosh, what should I do with it? Oh, well, how about a little kiss and meow? What the? Where'd it go? Ah, come on! It was just getting good!
There was something invisible covering up my mouth. I gotta figure out how to deal with that.
Your face! Is it okay?
Quit worrying about every little thing. I'm undead, remember?
I know, but... Little Lucky! Huh? Just so you know, I'm the one who fell in love with that man first! 50 years ago, that was when our paths crossed for the first time. It was an ill-fated encounter. Me being the hunter, and him being the hunted. I successfully captured him while all our seats were filled. I sat at the round table, as he sat in a cell. I was in charge of overseeing him. One day I said, "Look, I'm so sorry. I had my orders, but if I hadn't followed them and caught you, then none of this would have..." But my Daddy Dearest simply replied,
Huh? What are you on about? I got beat, okay? It's as simple as that. Plus, I can die in all sorts of ways while I'm here. There's no better way to figure out my own set of rules. When I finally break out of this hellhole, let's you and me have a rematch. Bet your ass I won't lose again.
"That was so cool! I love you!"
Huh?
And that's how she fell in love with you? You escaped 10 years later, and did so without so much as a single word to me. The next 40 years came and went. You completely dropped off the map. But since meeting Lil Lucky, you've been running around all over the place. Lo and behold, I was finally able to track you down the other day. The joy I felt then. Oh, come on! She wasn't done with her monologue! That's why I wanted to be the first one to come see you. But that lousy Shen. He went on ahead of his own accord and put his dirty paws on my Daddy Dearest. I'll never forgive him for that. He was supposed to alert me the moment he found you. But he didn't. Contemptuous combat-crazed Craven! That said, I do give him credit for taking Void along with him. Thanks to his death, a single seat has opened up after all. And a single seat's all we need. You fill it and we'll be together.
Good old flashbangs. Her barrier's gotta be. So she didn't drop it.
Shouldn't we run while we can?
What? Why would we do that? I'm gathering intel left and right.
Oh, wait a sec. Your friends. Where are they?
Right. All of them are dead. Every last one of them croaked.
What? What do we do now?
Don't worry, I snagged seats at a different spot for our party. This one's got rockin' beef stroganoff.
That's not a priority.
Just cool your jets. I've got this one in the bag. You know that lid on what she actually negates? I'll bust it wide open. 1, she solidified the lake. 2, she telekinetically lifted it up. 3, she can create invisible walls and stairs. That little trick is her main ability. Let's say her overall ability is hardening stuff. She solidified water in case 1, but what about case 3? she's just hardening stuff, then my sword skill should be able to slice through. So what exactly is she negating to form that barrier of hers? Hey, tuck up your legs!
You know, that last attack, you could have dodged it if you weren't concerned for Lil Lucky. If only she had died in that attack earlier. I bet this little fight of ours would have been way better.
Huh? Attack earlier?
My projectile should have been more than enough to kill her when you two were back on that boat.
That attack, huh?
What's wrong? Can't you move?
I've restrained your lower half. Now you can't run away from me.
Oh, she's right! Something's here!
Why don't you just give up on all this unluck business? You know that girl would never be able to meet her quota.
That doesn't matter! Whether this is fate or not, no matter what happens to us down the road, this is my girl, got it? And I ain't letting her die till I do!
Fine. Then I guess I'll just take your head like I did 50 years ago. And once I do, Daddy dearest, you'll be mine forever.
I'm heading out.
What? She'll just catch you again!
Nah, I figured it out. I know for sure what she's negating. Oh. Heart's bullet. Head! Plus, bodily repair! Gina, you negate, and objects change in form. All of your invisible attacks have been negating the change in the air itself. But covered in all this blood, it's as clear as day. Unchange! That is the heart of your ability.
And it's not like you can do anything about it.
Yeah, you're right. I can't on my own. You know what that means? Lend me a hand, okay? So you negate variations in form. Unchange, huh? And I'm guessing all those hands are a result of you fixing the air in place.
Right. Not even you can escape them once they take hold, Daddy dearest.
I admit not being able to touch you is a pain, but that doesn't mean we're out of options. That's true, isn't it? Cover as much surface area as you can.
Okay. For how many minutes?
No clue.
Wait a minute, Lil Lucky! What are you doing with those huge knockers?
I've got no other choice!
This is no way for a girl to behave in a public place! Lil Lucky, I didn't think that you were a naughty girl.
Huh?
I see now that you've seduced Daddy dearest with those melons, you temptress!
Huh?
I just knew something was off about this. Why else would he bother to keep such a weak and helpless girl by his side? Give it 20 years! Those things are bound to droop by then!
Troop? That'll never happen!
I beg to differ! But when it comes to that, I'm invincible! My unchanged! Meaning my body will always remain the same.
Huh? What are you even talking about? You're an external targeter.
An external what?
See, negators come in two types. Self-targeting, types that can only use their powers on themselves, like me. And then external targeting, types like you and Gina that affect anyone other than themselves.
Wrong. I'm a self-targeter, thank you very much. One look at my timeless body should be enough to tell you that.
Well, in Gina's case, she just cakes on the makeup. I'll admit her chest ain't changed at all, but her ass is sagging something fierce. External targeter for sure. I bet Unchanged doesn't work on living organisms.
Don't you dare use my girlish figure to prove your stupid point! Not again!
You dummy! This is how I get around! Quit throwing a fit! There's charm in that droopage!
You shut up!
I like it like that!
It's not a compliment! I haven't changed one little bit!
Dealing with her air hands is easy if I can see them.
Damn it, quit running away!
Seems they need time to regenerate, too. Now to figure out how to take down that invincible barrier of air.
Get off this instant!
Hey!
What's up?
Ugh!
Did you catch something I missed?
We don't have to be face to face! Something's been bothering me watching Miss Gina. She's got an invincible barrier, right?
Yeah?
And she's clearly upset, but she's speed walking towards us. It just doesn't make any sense.
Can't you drop the loot act for 2 seconds?
It'd make more sense to run.
Of course, get going!
Stop yelling with your face buried in there!
I figured out how to get to her. All we need is to find the Seed of Unluck.
The Seed of Unluck?
A real gnarly one that'll work on her as she... Something's lurking up there.
You're getting in the way of the investigation. Didn't that idiot Shen tell you? We're investigating a Yuma sighting. I've been running a scan of the lake, using my ability to split up and harden it into chunks. I was reluctantly doing this so that I'd meet my quota, but I've had enough. You can wrap this up now! My prey that replaces that Yuma. I'm staring right at it. Right, Lil Lucky?
Is that a UAP?
I see. So that's what was hiding up there.
Lil Lucky, you told me earlier that you prefer change, right? Well, I, for one, don't like it at all. I want to be like how I was back then. I want to be with the one I love forever. No matter how much I end up hurting others, I'll remain in the organization, so I can chase after him endlessly. The greatest change for a person is death. So if you want to change so bad, do it on your own time!
I actually agree, Gina. To be born and to die. These greatest forms of change sound so sick! But newsflash! That death is mine alone! It needs to stay away from her! I'm gonna make damn sure she survives. Then I'll woo her till she falls head over heels. She'll change as much as she can. I win her heart, we do the nasty, then I'll die. I won't let her croak until after that happens.
How optimistic. That sounds like you, though.
That blood trail.
Joining the organization is a painful and quite hollow ordeal. I know that girl would never last. That's why, right here and right now...
Hey, listen up. All right, here's what's gonna happen. It looks like there's a hole in the barrier down beneath her feet. It's what allows her to walk around. If I can manage to slip through that hole, I can beat her with the unluck I've been charging up this whole time. But that hole ain't all that big. I can tell by the blood trail from the barrier dragging along the ground. At best, I could squeeze my head in. But even if I got in, she'd kick me right out. So that means... to you!
Right! Should I temporarily release my unchange?
Make it count! Just bullseye that hole with my head! Now! Unlock Unleashed! All right. It's time we bring in some change. Unluck occurring outside your barrier is probably not enough to take you down. Even if it summoned a massive meteorite, I doubt that would manage to put a crack in this thing. But now that I've been able to get myself inside the barrier, the unluck that'll kill me will have to make its way in here to do so. Since your barrier is composed of air, light passes through it just fine. So the unluck will be light-based. It's all or nothing. I bet it's that thing!
Andy. Our power has been released. That means... Miss Gina! You pervert.
It was fun for a while, Gina. See you around.
No, stop!
I chose not to put her out of her misery. She won't last long anyway.
That can't be!
Weren't you prepared for the worst when you joined this fight? I actually wanted change.
Huh?
I was at the Union's mercy. I was at their beck and call. I've captured and executed so many, man and beast alike. And yet, not a single thing changed. Not the world, and not me. I'm sure this broken world will gain more rules, and go through a huge period of change again. I thought that our mission was to prevent those changes. It's what gave our existence value and purpose and meaning. Perhaps I got that wrong. That painting you made, I thought it was so beautiful. Putting sparkles around the moon. That idea never even crossed my mind. Guess I wasn't able to change, but maybe change itself isn't so bad after all. I want you to leave. The anti-aging is starting to wear off. I don't want to be seen in such a hideous state. Don't worry. As for your seats in the Union, you two are as good as in. Stop. Not while I look like this.
You dummy. A couple of wrinkles won't change how beautiful you are.
Đi đó mà thanh niên từ từ đi cao mà không có
cao mà phải có chứ. Cứu à, giờ không có cho nữa chứ sao hỏi anh sao không biết được.
Cái gì à?
nhiều thứ mà
Từ nãy ăn ra được con nữa chưa?
không ăn nữa.
Bạn cao đâu gì đánh cao cao. Con
Có đâu mà cao.
Yên. Có mày nuôi không được, mày cứ mày đi bác chi thì có bán dạo không nhỏ đi
Do có mèo.
cho có con mèo. Thôi cái dạ kim vào cái vậy.
Lấy cái kia nó test chín màu.
Giống hư mới.
Tập chỗ. Anh ăn cơ mà anh tự đến 4 cái gì.
Đợt rồi muốn lộn bữa. Muốn lộn miết đi sống chua mà. Chữ lộn miết đi.
Quá cái chú. Tối mà đang với. Đến còn khai còn quòn.